Hey, what's up guys? Today we are gonna be watching a video of Paul Saladino comparing a real steak to a plant-based steak.
Real steak versus plant-based steak. In this video, I'm gonna cook both of these and try them both. Got a feeling I know which one I'm gonna like better, and I can't guarantee.
He's brave because I would never do that. I would never try any kind of fake meat.
That I'm gonna eat all of this plant-based steak, but I'll at least give it a try. Before we get into that, let's talk about these different things though. This is a bison steak. This is a grass-fed, grass-finished.
Bison meat is some of the yummiest I've ever tried. Alligator meat is the best meat I've ever had, but bison is right up there.
Steak from a bison, regeneratively raised. This is a plant-based, quote, steak made from mushrooms. I'm not sure how it's a steak, but that's what they call it.
Mushrooms aren't even plants.
What else is in here? Well, some fruit juice to color it and make it look red like this steak, and some spices, because I imagine without the spices, this basically tastes pretty bland. Probably kind of like cardboard. That's what they say, mushrooms, mushroom steak. Right from the outset, my question is, why in the world would you ever eat this and not this?
It's made for two kinds of people. It's made for vegans and vegetarians who crave meat. They are not eating their natural diet, so to speak, which is why they crave meat, obviously. And then also for people who want to save the environment, who believe that eating meat is bad for the so-called planet.
I think just looking at this steak, something primal in our bodies, something that has been known for thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of years, is triggered, which is that meat and organs, animal foods are good for humans. There are studies in vegetarians versus omnivores which show that when you show vegetarians pictures of steak, at the cortical levels of their brain, they have an aversion. But even in vegetarians, at the deepest levels of their brain, they have a positive reaction to this steak.
Yes, what he's saying is that vegans and vegetarians are brainwashed to believe that meat is unhealthy, in some way dirty to eat. They are repulsed by it. That's what they try to make themselves believe, which is why that's how they would react on a so-called surface level. But deep down, every human being, and that's because that's how we are naturally programmed, craves meat. And when they see meat, they automatically want to eat it. And that's why, as I said, the so-called plant-based meats or the mushroom meats are made for these kind of people.
So I guess that a lot of people today are vegan and vegetarian because they don't want to kill animals. But listen, I think that our highest purpose on this earth as humans is to do well in the world, to do good in the world. And I think there's a very strong argument to be made that your health allows you to do the best you can in this world, meaning that more strength, more resilience, more libido, more energy, more mental clarity allow you to be the best husband.
Yes, and not only that, the happier you are, the better you will be able to function in your life. The more people will want to be around you. Otherwise, you will be annoying, you will always be grumpy. That's how vegans are, and that's because they constantly crave food. They are never satisfied, never actually nourished. Whereas people who eat a lot of meat, especially organs, are very happy. They enjoy life. They are fun to be around. That's my experience with both kinds of people.
The best wife, the best father, the best daughter, the best person in the world to contribute most with your gifts.
Exactly. If you're happy and healthy, then you will be a great father. Everything that he mentioned, he's perfectly correct here.
And the nutrients found in meat and organs in real animal foods are not found in plant foods. There are so many nutrients found in this steak that are not found in this mushroom mycelium.
Exactly, that's the problem. A lot of vegans and vegetarians don't understand this. It's not that you crave meat because of the taste. It is because of that, but not because taste is something empty. Taste is based on what nutrients are inside of the food, which is why kale tastes horrible, seeing as it's toxic, and meat tastes great because of the nutrients. You crave meat because of the taste, but the taste is really just the nutrients, which you cannot get anywhere else. That's why no matter how many of these plant-based or mushroom steaks you will eat, you will never be satisfied because they don't have over 15 micronutrients. And really, even macronutrient-wise, there's a lot lacking.
With fruit juice and spices, things like vitamin K2, important for cardiovascular health, carnitine, carnosine, anserine, taurine, vitamin B12, The list goes on and on. Significant amounts of riboflavin. They're not found in this. And there's so much nutrition in this steak. Nutrition that's important for wound healing. Nutrition that's important for the formation of strong bones, strong ligaments, strong muscles, muscle recovery. Nutrition that's important for the formation of hormones. Nutrition that's important for the formation of neurotransmitters in your body. Here, not here. So what about the environmental angle? Well, what's amazing about this, it's a regenerative steak, meaning that the animals raised on this land are grazed rotationally. They're grass-fed, they're grass-finished.
Yes, this is something that all of the people who worry about the environment should actually look into. They should understand that meat is so much better for the environment.
And when you do life cycle analyses of the carbon footprint of regeneratively raised cattle or bison, this is actually carbon neutral or carbon negative, meaning that the amount of carbon used to produce this steak, in many cases, is negative. More carbon is sequestered into the ground than is actually going up into the atmosphere from the production of this steak. How is that possible, you ask? Well, because animals raised on grass for their whole lives poop and pee on that grass, they tramp it into the grass with their hooves, and that means that these animals help create and cultivate a microbiome in the soil. And that is how carbon from the atmosphere gets fixed into the soil. And that's how carbon becomes negative in the formation of this steak. There is a carbon footprint to making a mushroom mycelium steak. Absolutely. Carbon positive. So if it's an environmental argument, you're eating this one. If it's a nutritional argument, you're eating this one. I don't know what else there is, guys. An ethical argument? Well, look, in order for something to live, something else must die. And you better believe that if you are farming plants, you are killing insects, animals, rodents.
Exactly, that's what I always say in my videos. I just love watching Paul Saladino's videos because he says everything that I always say. All of the lacking nutrients in plants, that vegans actually indirectly, by promoting eating the plants, kill more animals than any slaughterhouse. It's just great information that people really need to hear.
Snakes. So no plant-based food comes without the loss of some life. This is a fallacy within the plant-based movement. So from an ethical perspective, from an environmental perspective, and clearly from a nutritional perspective, this is better. It looks better. I'm pretty sure it's going to taste better, but we're going to put it to the test. So I don't know. That's how I feel about these two steaks. This one looks way more appetizing than this. This basically looks like dog food. I'm not even sure my dog would eat this. So let's put them on the grill and see what happens.
They probably wouldn't, realistically.
Oh, oh boy.
It would have been interesting if he tried both of them raw. Not that the mushroom steak is really raw, it has already been processed. But how terrible would it taste if you wouldn't cook it? The steak would taste amazing.
I don't even know about this, guys. There's a mushroom steak right there. It looks kind of just like a mushroom, like it's not even really cooking, but my steak over here is looking pretty good. Put it on there for a couple more minutes and try and cook the mushroom steak, and we'll see. I don't know, guys. I can't even tell when this thing is ready. It's just a mushroom. How much do you cook a mushroom? I don't even know if it's ready to eat. I mean, it's been on there longer than the steak. The steak is long gone. It's been on there long enough to be cooked. Bison steak. I mean, I overcooked it a little bit, but super good. Juicy, flavorful, a little fatty, delicious. Not super excited about this, but I told you guys I would do it, so here we go. Mushroom steak. I can't even tell if it's done. Like, what even is this? I don't really want to eat this, but... I'm still chewing. I think the only flavor from that is just from the spices they add to it. In terms of protein, in this whole package, there's about 9 ounces, 34 grams of plant-based protein. This is a 10
plant-based protein, which is not even digestible and absorbable.
ounce ribeye, 64 grams of bioavailable animal protein in this. So protein also crushes this poor excuse for a steak. I'm gonna eat some more of the steak. I mean, I think, guys, there's no question here. This, I don't know. It's just an excuse to create a highly processed, ultra-processed garbage food without many nutrients in it, grass-fed, grass-finished, regeneratively raised, cow, bison, more nutritious, better for the environment, ethically sound choice, better for you, better for the planet. And if you can't get good source meat like...
He's very correct. There were a lot of people who wanted me to comment on how Paul Saladino looks like right now, because a lot of people say that he looks a lot older than he used to look like even 4 or 5 years ago. He's 46 now from what I looked up. Does he look older than he should? Maybe. He still looks pretty alright. I wouldn't say that he looks unhealthy, What I think is going on with him is that his body fat is pretty low, which automatically makes your face pretty wrinkly. Yeah, he has a little bit too many wrinkles. I will agree with you. And he also serves a lot. He sprints. I don't know what else he does. That's what I've seen in the videos. And of course, so much stress and exercise will also make you look older. It's really mostly the low body fat and the amount of exercise that's aging him, that makes him look beyond his age. Generally, he's probably a healthy guy from what it seems like. His mind is healthy. He's sharp in the mind. He is the way people who eat mostly meat are. He even eats some raw meat, some raw liver from what I've seen. He overall seems like a happy and healthy guy, but he exercises too much, which is mostly also the reason why his body fat is low, most likely.
This is why I built Lineage. This is super exciting, guys. Grass-fed, grass-finished beef sticks available now, lineageprovisions.com, with grass-fed heart and liver. Again, I always think eat a steak, eat liver, eat heart, but if you're on the go or you want a snack, check us out at Lineage Provisions.
Why not promote something? Why not make some money? It's better than what all of the vegans promote in their videos. And he even says that you should, of course, eat the real foods in the first place, but if you want a snack, this is a better snack than all of the other garbage for sure. Of course, I would never eat that, but whatever.
As well, super excited about what we've built here. Super excited about finishing that.
There he is with his surfboard. Yeah, it's definitely that.
Bison ribeye. Not super excited about that. Might use it to go fishing later or something. I don't know, even though I won't eat the fish. If you guys find this content valuable, please like, subscribe.
He doesn't eat fish because of the heavy metals, plastics, and all of that garbage in the fish, from what I know.
Share it with people who you think have questions about plant-based meat versus real meat.
Yes, if somebody is wondering if they should eat a real steak versus a plant-based or a mushroom steak, then this was a really good video. His videos are generally very informative. He's just a cool guy. Like I said, he seems actually happy and healthy, and that's because of the way he eats. And he's completely right when he says that to actually be a great human being, you cannot simply say that you should save the environment, be vegan, blah, 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 care for the animals, but then be grumpy all of the time, even aggressive, attack people, and so on. No. Firstly, you need to eat nutritious natural food, which is really mostly organs, ideally get some blood. And then when you're happy and healthy, you can think about helping humanity and so on. Even if you simply make videos online like me, you're not gonna give off a so-called good energy if you eat a vegan diet. You can fake it for some time, but people will notice how terrible you feel. Whereas if you're well nourished, you're not gonna need to fake anything because you will always feel good and people will see your videos. They will understand that the way you eat is the way you're supposed to eat. They will want to feel, look, and be as happy and healthy as you are. That's the way that you can actually influence people in a way that will change their lives, that will actually make them happy and healthy, which is what every human being on earth wants. If you're promoting a vegan diet, or even if you eat some kind of in-between garbage diet and you want to save the environment and all of that garbage, but then you come off as somebody who's always aggressive, you're never really happy and healthy, then people are not going to want to listen to you in the first place, which is why I believe Paul Saladino actually attracts people to his channel, even though he does look beyond his age, but that's not related to his diet. He at least gives off this energy of being somebody who's vibrant. You really want to be like him, and that's really the best way to promote anything that you want. It doesn't have to be diet. Whatever you want to do, whether it's online or in real life, you really firstly have to be happy and healthy to promote your message. Thanks for watching.